Ever wonder what would happen if you combined a vacation with a horror movie? Well, fasten your seatbelts because we're about to dive into the top 10 most terrifying places to visit in the world. Each location has its unique brand of chilling tales and eerie histories, and we'll be counting down from 10 to 1. From the labyrinthine catacombs of Paris to the mysterious depths of Aokigahara Forest in Japan, this is no ordinary travel guide. Brace yourself for a frightful journey. You might want to leave the lights on for this one. Starting off our list at number 10, we have the Paris catacombs, where you can literally walk through history and death. Nestled beneath the City of Lights, these catacombs are home to the remains of over 6 million people. Yes, you heard that right, 6 million. A subterranean labyrinth stretching over 200 miles, it's a chilling testament to the city's past. The catacombs were born out of necessity in the late 18th century when Parisian cemeteries were overflowing. To solve this grim problem, the city repurposed its ancient stone mines into a mass burial site. Today, the walls of these eerie tunnels are stacked high with skulls and bones, a morbid mosaic that has been attracting brave-hearted tourists for centuries. The catacombs are a chilling reminder of our own mortality, a place where silence reigns and the air is heavy with history. So, if you've ever wanted to feel like you're in your own horror movie, this could be your ideal vacation spot. Moving further east, we land in the infamous Aokigahara Forest in Japan at number 9. Known as the Sea of Trees, but more ominously referred to as the Suicide Forest, Aokigahara holds a dark reputation. This dense forest at the base of Mount Fuji is eerily quiet, its thick foliage muffling the outside world, creating an unsettling silence. Over the years, Aokigahara has become known as a place where people come to end their lives, a fact that has led to numerous chilling tales. Stories of wandering spirits and ghostly apparitions are whispered by locals and visitors alike, adding to the forest's eerie mystique. Despite its grim reputation, the forest is undeniably beautiful. Its lush greenery and tranquil setting starkly contrast the sorrow that hangs in the air. But beneath the beauty lies an undeniable sadness, a reminder of the lives lost in its depths. Remember, this is not a place for the faint-hearted. Next up at number 8, we have Chernobyl, where the ghosts of the past still linger. In 1986, the world watched in horror as the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine suffered a catastrophic meltdown. It was a disaster of epic proportions that had far-reaching effects, both human and environmental. Today, the ghostly remains of the town serve as a sobering memorial. Buildings stand empty, their interiors untouched since that fateful day. Yet it's not just a visual spectacle. Invisible to the naked eye, but ever present, is the lingering radiation. Despite the decades that have passed, its deadly influence is still felt. It's a chilling testament to the destructive power of mankind's creations. The eerie silence that permeates the abandoned structures, the desolate streets, the haunting images of a life abruptly halted. All of these make Chernobyl a place that sends shivers down your spine, a chilling reminder of the destructive power of mankind, isn't it? At number 7, we have a place that could give Chucky a run for his money, the Island of the Dolls in Mexico. This island, located in the canals of Xochimilco, is not your typical tourist attraction. It's a sight that can send chills down your spine. Picture this, an island filled with hundreds of decaying dolls, their lifeless eyes staring at you from every corner, hanging from trees like macabre fruits of a twisted harvest. The tragic story behind this bizarre spectacle is just as chilling. The island's only inhabitant, Don Julian Santana, began hanging dolls in the trees as a tribute to a little girl he found drowned under mysterious circumstances. He believed the dolls would appease her restless spirit. For over 50 years, he devoted his life to this eerie mission until he, too, was found drowned in the same spot where he found the girl. With its eerie dolls and tragic history, this island is truly the stuff of nightmares. Coming in at number 6, we have Eastern State Penitentiary, a place where the walls could tell horrifying tales. Established in the early 19th century in Philadelphia, this prison was designed to inspire penitence, or true regret, in the hearts of convicts. Yet, it's remembered more for its brutal living conditions. Imagine being locked up, alone, in a tiny cell with only a Bible for company. The silence, only broken by your own thoughts, would be enough to drive anyone to the brink of madness. Over time, the penitentiary garnered a chilling reputation. Ghostly whispers echo through the corridors, and many visitors swear they've felt an unseen hand brush against their skin. The most famous apparition is that of a shadowy figure said to lurk in cell block 4. This grim monument to a harsher time in criminal justice is now a museum, but the nightmarish tales persist. It's safe to say, this is one place you wouldn't want to be locked in. Halfway through our list at number 5, we have the Tower of London, a place that has seen more than its fair share of bloodshed. This menacing fortress, steeped in centuries of history, has played host to numerous executions and imprisonments. From the infamous Anne Boleyn to the tragic Lady Jane Grey, the tower's cold stones have been silent witnesses to their final moments. But it's not just the grim history that sends chills down the spine. The Tower of London is said to be one of the most haunted places in England. Stories of spectral figures, disembodied voices, and chilling cold spots are common among the guards and visitors. The most famous apparition is perhaps that of Anne Boleyn, her ghost reportedly seen wandering the tower's chapel, cradling her head under her arm. So, if you're into history and hauntings, the Tower of London could be your next stop. At number 4, we have Poveglia Island in Italy, also known as the Island of Madness. This small, secluded island in the Venetian lagoon holds a history that's as chilling as it is tragic. For centuries, it served as a quarantine zone for plague victims, their cries of agony echoing through the island's desolate landscape. And if that wasn't chilling enough, Poveglia Island was also home to a mental asylum in the early 20th century. But the island's dark past doesn't end there. There are countless tales of unexplainable happenings, chilling encounters, and the echoing screams of the tormented souls trapped within its confines. Some say the spirit of a deranged doctor who allegedly tortured patients at the asylum still roams the island, adding to the island's sinister reputation. With its chilling history and airy atmosphere, Poveglia Island is definitely not for the weak-hearted. At number 3, we have the Door to Hell in Turkmenistan, a place that looks like it's straight out of a horror movie. In the heart of the Karakum Desert, a fiery spectacle awaits. This isn't a natural wonder, but rather a man-made disaster. In the early 70s, Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas when they stumbled upon an underground cavern. The ground collapsed, creating a gaping hole some 70 meters in diameter. To prevent the spread of methane gas, they decided to set the crater on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few weeks. But guess what? It's been burning non-stop since then, earning its ominous nickname, the Door to Hell. By day, it's a smoky pit, but come nightfall, it transforms into a terrifying inferno, an eerie spectacle that lights up the desolate desert. If you ever wanted to see what hell might look like, this could be the closest you'll get. Just missing out on the top spot at number 2, we have the Body Farm in the USA, where death is a daily occurrence. The Body Farm, more formally known as the University of Tennessee Anthropological Research Facility, is a unique and chilling place. It's not a farm in the traditional sense. No crops or livestock here. Instead, it's home to a rotating roster of decomposing human bodies donated to science. Its purpose? To study the process of human decomposition in various conditions. Imagine stepping into a field scattered with bodies in different stages of decay, left exposed to the elements, or buried in shallow graves. It's a site that is both sobering and strangely fascinating. The knowledge gained here aids in forensics, helping investigators solve crimes and bring closure to grieving families. The Body Farm offers a unique, albeit macabre, experience. It's a place where life and death intersect in the most peculiar way. So, if you are not squeamish and have a fascination for the macabre, the Body Farm could be your next destination. And finally, at number 1, we have the Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania, also known as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. This place is not for the faint-hearted, my friends. It's a place shrouded in mystery where the trees contort into strange, unnatural shapes and the air is thick with an unnerving silence. This forest has a reputation. It's a hotspot for paranormal activity. With countless reports of unexplained phenomena, visitors often report intense feelings of anxiety, the sensation of being watched, and some even claim to have seen apparitions among the trees. Then, there are the chilling stories associated with it, tales of people entering the forest, only to disappear without a trace. Stories of strange lights seen darting between the gnarled tree trunks. The eerie atmosphere of Hoia Baciu is enough to make even the bravest among us question their courage. So, there you have it, the Hoia Baciu Forest, the most terrifying place to visit in the world. Dare to take a trip? Well, there you have it, folks. 10 places that could give you chills, thrills, and possibly nightmares. From the eerie silence of the Paris catacombs to the haunting whispers of the Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania. Each location, with its unique brand of terror, invites you to confront your fears. Whether it's the grim remnants of Chernobyl or the unsettling quiet of Japan's Aokigahara, remember, sometimes the world can be a scary place. But isn't that part of the adventure? Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and keep exploring.